Very much, ladies and gentlemen of the press. As we have heard from our CS, it's true. We have had a long meeting between the national government, the county governments, and our development partners to review and deliberate on the drought crisis facing this country and the Horn of Africa. And we have taken time to get reports from across the country. And it is true that there is need for urgent intervention to save lives, to save livelihoods, and to make sure that no Kenyan dies from starvation, and to forestall the deaths that we have witnessed with our livestock across the country. We have agreed on several interventions that the national government will mobilize resources. Our county governments have agreed to provide resources, and our development partners have agreed to support us in a big way so that we can mitigate the effects of the drought, which is as a result of climate change and other factors. In a nutshell, there are several strategies that we have come up with, and one of them is that there has been a lack of coordination between the national government, the county governments, and our development partners, resulting to duplication of the various interventions. We have agreed that county steering teams are constituted and made operational. That will be chaired jointly by the governors and the county commissioners, and all the state and non-state actors will be members, and all those who are involved in the humanitarian intervention will be members of those committees. Because of the urgency of the required interventions, those committees have been convened for Tuesday in all the affected counties under the chairmanship of the governors, with the help of the county commissioners, to appraise the situation and identify the needs and the interventions that are so required, and come back to the National Secretariat that is domiciled here in my office for intervention and supply of relief food. We want to thank our governors for agreeing to put money aside to partner with the national government and our development partners as a part of the mitigation strategy to help the people of Kenya who have been affected by the drought. We have agreed that all water agencies across the country have mobilized 100 water buses that will be deployed in all the areas that have been badly affected to assist in getting water to human beings and livestock, so that we can address the water shortage that is prevalent in those areas. Again, the Kenya Defense Forces have agreed to provide water rigs to engage in an emergency drilling exercise to drill as many boreholes as practically possible in various parts of the country. Again, the Ministry of Water has given a proposal that we are discussing with the Treasury on how we can obtain more water tanks and also contribute in drilling more boreholes in the areas that are required. To enhance transparency and accountability, all food by the national government, by the county governments, by our development partners will be received and distributed by the county coordinating teams. And all that food will be documented from the point of being received up to the distribution. We have also agreed with the county governors for transparency and accountability. All food purchased by the county government will be surrendered to the coordinating teams so that all players are well appraised on what has been provided and in the manner in which it is distributed. Finally, we want to appeal to our development partners and the international community to consider giving us more resources so that we can top up what the national government has put in place in addition to what the county governments will be able to put into place so that we can mitigate the crisis. Again, in terms of livestock intervention, we note with a lot of concern the destruction of livelihoods. Livestock herders who have lost livestock have become impoverished and their lives almost coming to a halt. As a part of the mitigation, we have agreed with the Kenya Meat Commission and the Kenya Red Cross within the ambit of the county coordinating teams that we shall purchase livestock for slaughtering and distribution to the needy population for feeding, and at the same time, we prepare corned beef for distribution to the schools so that our children are able to go to school without failure. In a nutshell, we want to assure the people of Kenya that our government, the county governments and our development partners are well coordinated, and we have agreed that we must make enough interventions to ensure that no Kenyan will die as a result of the starvation. We want to thank President William Ruto for being very proactive with this matter. This meeting has been convened at his request, and he has directed that every 10 days we meet so that we can appraise the situation and make the necessary interventions and keep him informed. For the purposes of the media and the Kenyan people to know what is happening, we have agreed and we have requested the Kenya Defense Forces to assist us to set up a command center in this office that will regularly brief the media and the people of Kenya on the interventions that are being made and the drought situation in general, so that we all move in the same direction. And this being a public matter, the public and the press is entitled to information on a weekly basis. So with those few remarks, I want to say thank you.